Hello my fellow Hetalians and welcome back to Hetafacts. Many people have requested this video, so I guess now that I have 7,000 subscribers, I might as well make this video. So here is, in my opinion, the top 10 most inaccurate Hetalia characters. But before we begin, there are two characters that I want to address before I start. Two characters I was going to put on my list, but after further research, I decided not to. I would put Italy on here if it weren't for the fact that Hetalia addressed how strong Italy used to be when he was Hetalia. So I'm going to wait for backstory on how this happened before jumping into conclusions. Also, Taiwan is another character often ranted about being inaccurate because she likes Japan so much, and after World War II and all the atrocities, they really shouldn't. Actually, according to my Taiwanese friend, this is actually kind of accurate. Even though Taiwan shouldn't like Japan so much, it just does. The people there often find it confusing as well. A lot of Taiwanese culture is greatly influenced by Japanese culture, or at least the modern culture is. Anyways, on to the top 10. Number 10! India. There is no way that he should be so calm and nice towards England. Just why India should hate England, and yet he's all, oh, Mr. England is sick, I'm going to help him majestically. Unless he's too suave and modest and concerned about his image to tell him to go fuck himself, I say this is pretty inaccurate. Number 9. Moldova. I talked about this already. If Moldova is going to be 10, Belarus has to be 10. It's only fair. Yes, I like the little brother to Romania idea, but not this little. You can tell from the comics that Moldova has seen some shit. Why isn't he more mature? I mean, especially if he really is Moldavia, which existed in, what, the 14th century? Then wouldn't he be older than America? I know I have theories for this, but even if they turn out not to be true, I'm going to throw this character out the window and eat my cat. Number 8. China. Why? Please. Why does China like Japan? China, in reality, hates Japan. From the World War II crimes that are denied by Japan, to today where they hate each other. Especially with the whole North Korea thing that's going on. China should not be going to Japan saying, "Japan, buddy, what's up, buddy?" He should be saying, "Japan, buddy, ha ha ha. How's America's asshole? Is it cozy? I hope you get nuked, buddy." He portrayed China accurately in pretty much every other situation, especially with Hong Kong. But here, and with Taiwan too. Taiwan's relationship with China isn't very accurate either. Anyways, with Japan especially, it's horrendous. Also, there is one more thing that pisses me off about China. I gotta make a character that's one of the oldest nations in the world. What should I do with his design? I know! Let's make him look 19! Number 7. Finland. As I have stated before, I think Sweden and Finland's characters should be switched. But let's go over the Finnish stereotypes and how Finland fits none of them. First of all, where is the alcohol? One of the biggest stereotypes of Finns is that they are drunkards. Where is the alcohol? And the death metal. Where is the death metal? You made Norway quiet, but that should have gone to Finland. Finns are known to be quiet. Sweden mixed with alcohol would be perfect for Finland. And I get that he's supposed to be Santa, but what's wrong with having a drunk, death metal loving Santa with a beard? I think eventually Hema realized his mistake and went back and made Finland more unexpectedly scary and gave him all these little twists. I appreciate Hema doing this, so that's why he is low on this list. Number 6. Latvia. I've already talked about how Latvia's height makes 0% sense. And then I got some comments going, I'm 15 and I'm that small, and etc, etc. But this is a 15-year-old boy we are talking about. A boy who has a male voice actor in the English and Japanese, meaning he probably already went through puberty. And this boy is from a place that is known for incredibly tall people. I rest my case. And no, it's not because of Russia. He was short from the beginning. And he would still be a midget, even if he was 10 centimeters taller. Latvia deserves justice. But I haven't talked about the rest of his character. What's with him crying every 2 seconds? After all the shit he's gone through, you'd think he would be dead inside. Well, then again, we do get the creepy moment. Himaruya obviously doesn't know the stereotype of Eastern Europeans. Or in this case, Eastern European men. They're kind of... how do I put this? Well, like this. The stereotypical Eastern European man is noted for these following traits. Drinking a lot, which is the only thing that Hima got right. Swearing and saying kurva in every other sentence. Wearing tracksuits, cheap labor, being poor, and the biggest thing, the squat. I'm just kidding, only Slavs do that. The biggest thing is the fighting. Stereotypical Eastern European men tend to be these burly men who spit and drink and smoke and, most important, fight a lot. Does this guy look like he can do any fighting? Does this guy look like he could kick your ass? No, he does not. This is a guy who would get his ass kicked every day in the bad parts of Latvia. Also, the drinking age in Latvia is 18. If this guy drinks so much, how does he buy his alcohol when he's physically 15? Does he drive? How does he drive? Is he internally doomed to walking because he can't age? Oh, Hima, I have questions. Questions that need answering. Number 5. Poland. I have talked about this so many times. Poland is a country with Catholic law. It is super Catholic, and I mean mega ultra super Catholic. Like, you can't desecrate a Bible, there's little abortion rights, no refugees allowed, that kind of Catholic. So why? Why is this a thing? You couldn't have made Hungary and Poland both women, Hima? The countries are like best friends. It would make sense if they were two gossiping women talking shit about the rest of Europe with Czechia. It would have been so perfect, but why? Why? You shouldn't be all buddy-buddy with Lithuania either. I get Lithuania hanging out with him since Lithuania is a total pushover. But Poland? Almost everyone in the fandom ships Litpol, except for Lithuanians and Poles. Some Poles ship it, but many Poles hate Lithuanians. And why the hell are you so happy? Do you know how many times you almost died? Hell, one time you did die. I've already talked about this. Fuck this. Number 4. Korea. This character was so bad, it got banned by Korea. So let's take a look at what's wrong here, shall we? There is a reason why Korea was banned from the anime. Korea should not like Japan or China. China because, well, North Korea and that whole conflict, and Japan because imperialism and World War II. After all the years of being invaded and all the human rights abuses, especially from Japan, Korea should not like these people. End of story. Number 3. Sweden. As I have stated before, I think Sweden and Finland's characters should be switched. But why Sweden is higher is because he makes a lot less sense than Finland. Finland I can understand because Santa Claus. And Santa involves happiness and cheer and stuff. But there is no reason for Sweden to be this. Swedes are some of the friendliest people on Earth. They're a bit too friendly, honestly. I like his character, but put it for Iceland or Norway or Finland. Don't give like the friendliest country ever this. Also, why is he Russia's height? Oh wait, I forgot heights don't make sense in Hetalia. Number 2. PickT. Just look at this abomination. Just why? Just why? The human name, the cat ears, the entire existence that just contradicts the whole parts of a nation are body parts kind of thing. Just why does this exist? This shouldn't exist. I don't want this to exist. Number 1. Ukraine. Finally, I get to talk about how inaccurate this character is. And the moment is now. First, the tits. This is it's just kind of poor taste. I get she has large tracts of land, but by that same logic, Belarus's chest should be almost as big. There is nothing but farming there. Maybe like 2 sizes down, possibly. I'm not complaining too much about this because Slavic women are known to be well endowed, unless you're me. Second, and this is the main reason, her relationship with Russia. Dear God, this is insensitive. I don't think the Ukrainians ever really liked the Russians. Just look at their history. First, we have the Russian Civil War, which Ukraine was used as a battleground. Then we have the Russian Empire banning the Ukrainian language and culture and outright denying that Ukrainians existed. Then we have the Holodomor. Oh gosh, the Holodomor, which is regarded as an act of genocide, by the way. And Russia still denies that it ever happened, where 2.4 to 12 million people died slowly and painfully due to starvation. Millions of Ukrainian soldiers were slaughtered in World War II and forced to fight for the Soviets. They also used them as pawns for pretty much everything else too, such as invading Czechoslovakia and massacring the Lithuanians. The massacre of Grishino and Feodosia, the numerous Ukrainian insurgent army deaths, the 1944 Crimean deportations. Then we have the nuclear disaster of Chernobyl, and now there's this numerous deaths coming from the current Crimean crisis, including Euromaidan, Odessa, Donbass. Ukraine has been put through so much shit by Russia, and yet no malice, no anger, no awkward tensions, just, "Why, I miss you." No! Have some self-respect, for the love of God. This is just insensitive. Don't get me wrong, I love her character. In fact, I love pretty much all these characters except for PickT. But this is just horribly inaccurate, and it's to the point where it's kind of insulting. Hello, my fellow Hetalians. Do you know another language? Do you know people who love Hetalia that don't understand English? Are you tired of waiting for me to feel confident enough in my Russian skills to translate videos into Russian? Well, now you can add subtitles to most of my videos. How exactly, I don't know, but it's an option now. Anyways, as usual, if you want to help with the next game, the link is in the description. The sooner the art gets done, the sooner I can come out with the chapter 1. Anyways, thank you so much to my 7,000 subscribers. I've been going through a rough week, and I got hit with a pretty harsh rejection, and now I have to suddenly give up something that I'm really passionate about, and there's nothing that I can do. I know YouTubers say this garbage a lot, but I really mean it when I say thank you. Even though AdSense is being stubborn with me for some reason, and I have not been able to receive a single cent, but honestly, I'm okay with that. I didn't join YouTube for the money. I joined for my co-highs. Seeing how much people I don't even know care so much about me, it makes me feel like I'm actually not alone here. So, thank you to my 7,000 subscribers, and that was 1 mark higher on your history test. Thank you for watching Hetafacts.